Hey, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Danny Morel Show. I am your host, Danny Morel. I'm excited to be spending a couple of moments with you guys this morning, really at a critical time when we are quite honestly at the end of the first quarter. And I want to start by letting you know a couple of things. Number one, guys, whatever your goals were for this year, right? It's really, really simple to get excited at the end of the new year, at the beginning of the new year, New Year's Eve, so forth and so on. But I want you to understand, and I want this to serve as a little bit of a reality check for you. Whatever it is that you declared in your mind, in your heart, and in your soul that you were going to accomplish this year, well, what I want you to do right now is divide it by 4, and 1/4 of that should have been accomplished by now. This is the last Thursday in the first quarter. So whether you realize it, like it, appreciate it, acknowledge it, or not, the summer is right around the corner. And right after that, we're going to be getting ready for Halloween. And then right after that, guess what? We're going to be putting up Christmas trees. I know, because if you follow my wife on Instagram, you saw me climbing the door this week because I finally took down the wreath from the front door. All of that to say, guys, is, I like to be as brutally honest with myself as I can about where I am in business and what's going on. And sometimes it's time for us to do the same. Sometimes it may be time for you to do the same thing right now, which is to be brutally honest with where you are in comparison to your goals, where you are in comparison to the targets that you set for yourself. Look, if you're an entrepreneur and if you're a real estate salesperson, there is nobody that is going to do this for you. Nobody. The moment you got your license or the moment you started your business was the moment that you decided that you were going to be the one to take responsibility and ownership for this, that you were going to be the one to track your numbers, that you were going to be the one to put yourself back on track, that you were going to be the one to notice when you were off or when you were on track. And so there is no better time to do that than now, which is the end of the first quarter. And quite frankly, when does the first quarter start, guys? When is this? When is April 1st?
April 1st is Easter.
It's Sunday, right? So Sunday is April 1st, and that starts the second quarter. Okay, guys? Now, this morning on Instagram, I posted a video. And I posted a video with me basically with the sunrise behind me. I happen to have a beautiful view of the mountains every single day. And I literally watch the sun rise every single morning as I'm coming home from the gym or as I'm working out in the garage or whatever the case may be. And I posted that video for a reason. And before I get to our callers, which we've got 2 live callers that we're going to help them out here in a second, I wanted all of you to take a moment and understand that your subconscious mind has no idea what is real or not real. I'm going to say that. Your mind, guys, pay attention, please. Your mind has no idea what is real or not real. And the reason why that's important for you to understand is because it is very easy to take a look at our numbers for the first quarter and get scared, get defeated, get upset, get frustrated. And what tends to start happening is whenever you feel those emotions, right, that could be based on reality, which is the reality of what happened in the past. But quite frankly, that's not going to serve you any purpose or do you any good in the future. And where this shows up, guys, is in a very big place as an entrepreneur. I know what it's like to be afraid. I know what it's like to be doubting. I know what it's like to not necessarily feel all that great internally. But what I want you to understand is that what happens is a lot of times we tend to focus on the things that we can't control. You're not going to be able to control the amount of people that respond to you positively. You're not going to be able to control if a client backs out on a deal. You're not going to be able to control if an appointment doesn't go as well as you would have liked it to. You're not going to be able to control, for the most part, if a marketing piece does what you expected it to do. And you see, what we tend to do as entrepreneurs is, please listen to me very carefully, we tend to take those things that are not controllable and we tend to absorb them and give a meaning to them. And that meaning is typically a negative meaning, like things are not going good. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on. And then those meanings tend to reflect on our actions. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When you're not feeling well, what do your actions do, right? Your actions tend to follow. And so all of a sudden, when you know that you're not waking up on time or you're not feeling good or whatever the case may be, your actions start to follow what you're feeling inside. So a snowball effect starts happening in where you start snowballing into a negative state of mind, which snowballs into negative activities, which snowballs into negative actions. All because we chose to focus, please listen, on what was uncontrollable. Now, here's how you fix this. I want all of you watching on Facebook Live, if you're watching on YouTube, just put down hashtag control the controllables. Control the controllables. Right? Because that's the first thing you have to do. You have to acknowledge it. You have to write it down, right? You have to declare it. You have to actually write and admit, hey, I can't control what's controllable. And so how do we do this? In the video this morning, I posted that the one thing you've got to understand is that from the moment you wake up, you can control the things that you do or don't do. Sometimes it's tough to control what we feel. Sometimes it's tough to control what we're thinking. But the reality is, guys, you can control what you choose to do or not do. So, for example, this morning, I got to ask you, did you wake up prior to the sunrise and have a workout? If you're watching me live right now, just post your comment. Did you say I did or I did not? I'm just curious. And I'm actually watching your guys' comments right here. Did you or not? Did you or not? Did you work out or did you not have? Did you have a powerful morning or did you not have a powerful morning? It's okay, regardless. Because you could change it tomorrow. That's controllable. You can't control what happened this morning because it's already gone, but you can't control what happens tomorrow morning. And you see, what starts to happen is that, thank you, Dale. What starts to happen is that little by little, here's how you shift. People always ask me, how do I help my mindset? How do I help myself feel better? How do I help myself stay motivated? You know what all of that says to me? You're focused on the uncontrollables. Whenever anybody asks me that question, and I get that question a lot. Hey, man, can you help? You always seem to have a lot of energy. You always seem to be so positive. Like, what do I do? How do I do that? When people are having a hard time with their mindset, with their inner beliefs, what that is telling me is essentially you're focusing on what's uncontrollable. And so if you can shift that, guys, and you start to focus on what's controllable, what time did you wake up? Did you or did you not work out? How was the quality of that workout? Did you spend any time praying or meditating? Did you beat the sun from waking up? That's a big goal of mine. Like, I gotta beat the sun waking up. If the sun is waking up before me, I feel icky inside. Because I know it's very easy to do that. When you are waking up prior to the sunrise, I know I did something, at least a little bit of something to make me a little bit different, to help my day get started on the right track. Right? And then what happens? Well, that triggers other actions. Typically, if I can wake up early and if I can work out, guess what happens? Then all of a sudden, I feel good about my workout. I want to eat better during the day. Right? And so what do? I spend an extra 15 minutes to cook a little meal for myself versus eating out. Right? And then I'm starting to feel a little bit better about that because I took discipline. I took my personal power and I focused it on working out and on eating right? Maybe I throw on a nice suit jacket. Makes me feel really good about myself, right? Maybe I choose to smile on the way to work. Maybe I choose to listen to an audiobook on the way to work instead of listening to music. And then that keeps snowballing. Right? And then when I pick up the phone, well, now I'm a person of power. Gosh darn it. Look at all of the signs. The mind starts looking at what it sees. Look at all of the signs. Hey, man, this guy woke up early. He had a good meal. He's here. He's dressed in a nice suit, whatever the case may be. He's listening to audiobooks. You know what? That phone doesn't look that scary after all. Pick the damn thing up and make a phone call or go knock on that door or go invest in that marketing page or go do whatever it is that you have to do to generate business. People ask me all of the time, hey, how do I change? It's the simplest thing in the world, people. Start controlling the controllables and start having faith in the controllables. Some of us have all of our faith in what we can't control. We have our faith in if people are going to like us or not. We have our faith in if people are going to show up or not. We have our faith in if the deal is going to go through or not. None of that stuff is controllable. Put your faith in yourself. Put your faith, as a matter of fact, hashtag that. Put the faith in me. Put the faith in me. Thank you, Angie. I see you on Facebook here. Thank you, Dale. As a matter of fact, let me hop on YouTube. I know some of you guys are on YouTube right now. I'm going to join real fast. Let me check this out here real fast. My first time doing this on YouTube. Okay, we got a couple of people watching on YouTube. YouTubers, if you're watching, comment. Let's test this thing out. I think this is pretty cool that we can be going live on YouTube and on Facebook. Guys, the faith has got to be shifted onto yourself versus what's not controllable. And I promise you this, and then we're going to get to our first caller here right now. I promise you that if you can do that, if you can learn to do that, I don't care what happened in January, February, or March. I don't. Because I'll tell you, if you look at those 3 months as a whole, you will realize that in those 3 months, if you look at 5 days out of the week, you will realize if you had a bad first quarter, it was probably, chances are, you were so focused on the non-controllables instead of focusing on the controllables. Would you agree? Yes or no? Let me hear you. Think about that for a second. So then, Danny, wait a minute. You're telling me that if I want to have a stronger second quarter than I did the first quarter, all I have to do is focus on the controllables? No, not all you have to do, but it's a great start. It's a great start. You could literally make a commitment Monday through Friday to wake up early and control your morning, guys, right? To generate phone calls, to generate business. And I promise you, if you could just focus on the controllables, people, listen, I'm going to get to my first caller here in a second. You know, here at the company or through Empire, we're literally changing people's lives. Literally, people are doubling and tripling their income. And sometimes it's that simple as this. Sometimes it's that simple as helping people to focus on the controllables. Helping you to see that you have the personal power and the ability to control the controllables, to control your effort, to control what you focus on, to control what you do, to control how you react, versus worrying about stuff that's going on in the outside world. I hope that helps, guys. I'm excited because we've got 2 callers. By the way, if you want to be featured, I want you to write this down. Go to DannyMorel.com/ask. DannyMorel.com/ask. And the show is going to feature, by next week, hopefully, Lauren, right? A really cool desk with the show logo on it. Lauren, by next week, hopefully, yeah? Really cool TV screens back here. It's going to look absolute pimp daddy. That is my little saying that I like to say. But you guys are going to absolutely love it. And sometimes we'll have guests here in the studio, and other times the show will be a Q&A session, and other times it'll be just me flowing and helping you guys out based off of what I'm feeling is happening in the market or whatever the case may be. All right? So DannyMorel.com/ask. If you do that right now, we'll have you in queue to be live on the show next week and get your questions answered. So, Lauren, who do we have? Who's on the line right now? That wasn't a trick question, whoever's on the line.
Yeah, this is Ed Vargas.
Oh, we got Mr. Ed Vargas. How are you, bud?
Hey, great, Danny. Great to talk to you.
Yeah, great to speak to you as well. How are things?
Okay, Danny. Okay. Having a little bit of problem with the mindset.
Okay, so first things first. Did what I just talk about help?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Ed, and I'm going to get to your question in a second, but I know you on a personal level. If we could be honest, let's say there's 5, 10, 15, there's 20 weekdays in January, 20 weekdays in February, 20 weekdays in March. Be honest, that's 60 days. Out of 60 days, how many of them did you have a powerful, unstoppable morning routine?
Oh, Danny, no, I probably would have said maybe 5 to 10 at the most.
Well, so which was it, 5 or 10? And if you're probably saying 5,
I would say 5. Let's say 5.
And if you're saying 5, my friend, and I love you, it's probably like 3. You know what I'm saying, right? But check this out now. Think about that for a second. Think about the mindset behind, right? The being choice that we're making when out of 60 chances, we're really only controlling a powerful morning, less than a quarter of a time. Does that make sense, my friend?
Yeah, that does.
Yeah, so if we could just do that, like if you're taking notes right now, if you could just do that in the second quarter, like come hell or high water, you're going to commit to that. That's one thing I know for a fact can help you immediately. Sound fair?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Awesome. So what's up, bud? What's your question?
So the question was, before I go to sleep, what can I do? Because I catch myself at night restless thinking about there's a debt. I have a $50,000 debt that I need to pay. And it just seems that no matter what I do, I don't make any progress towards it. And so I know that night it keeps me up at night, Danny.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I'm restless at night. Whether I didn't have I didn't prospect or I didn't do the controllable things that I was supposed to do. And so at night, when I get to the end of the day, I have to take a deep breath, and it's like I go numb because I know, shoot, I'm not getting closer.
Okay.
I'm just being brutally honest with you.
Hey, man, and I'm being brutally honest with you. And you know what, guys? This is, I'm a big sucker for people. I really am. So like when I hear this, I get emotional. I tend to want to tear up because I've been there where you are, Ed, and I've got a passion to help people. So I just want to say thank you for being honest with me. And at the same time, I'm going to be honest with you because I think that through your courage, you're going to help a lot of people that are watching on the show right now. Sound fair?
Oh, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
So here's what I see, Ed, and I'm gonna break this down for you. And guys, bear with me because he deserves some time to help him get through this. The first thing that I see is this debt, this $50,000 debt, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So we have a $50,000 debt. Question for you. How long have we had this debt?
Oh, I've had it now. I've had it for 3 years.
Okay. For 3 years. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. The second question that I have is there a high interest rate on the debt?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the interest rate?
It's actually, I would say it's 8%.
8%. Okay, that's not that bad, but 8%. Okay, good. All right. So every year, in essence, every year that you're not paying the debt, it's tacking on another $4,000 or so. Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay, great. So Ed, I know how to fix this. But first things first, I need to be honest with you a little bit. I think that there's a deeper issue here. And what I want you to do is I want you to write down 2 words. And if you're watching, I want all of you to write down 2 words. Life view. Life view. So Ed, here's what I mean by this. All of us as human beings, we have a particular life view. In other words, we have a particular view of what our potential outcome in life is for ourselves. Sound fair?
Yeah.
And for some of us, Ed, if I had a whiteboard back here, Lauren, we're probably going to need that whiteboard. But if I had a whiteboard, if you could visualize this, if you could visualize, a life view, and you could visualize 3 arrows, Ed, 1 arrow pointing down. I'm literally drawing this right now. So I got an arrow pointing down. 1 arrow pointing sideways and 1 arrow pointing up. Okay? Those are 3 potential outcomes of anybody's life. And for those of you that feel stuck, you're feeling stuck because you're not taking the actions you need to take. And then the actions you need to take typically come from or don't come from a being choice or a life view. In other words, the debt, Ed, is like the problem that's at the surface. We got to go deeper before we can handle the debt. Sound fair?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So be honest with me, Ed. Your life view of yourself, of your future, of your possibility on a day-to-day basis, would you say that for the most part, you are like excited, ecstatic, fired up about the future? You're like, I'm not too sure. Or you're like, man, this is not going good. What's your overall life view?
No. Overall, man, I'm like a yo-yo, Danny. I'm too emotional. Okay. But I know that for the most part, I would be that arrow going down.
For the most part? Okay, yeah. You would be this arrow going down. Okay, great. Fantastic. Now, the second question for you is, Ed, whenever it is that you are the arrow going up, what does that feel like? And what do you think about when that happens?
Whenever the arrow's going up, I'm enjoyed.
Okay.
You feel like nothing can go wrong.
Okay.
And there's that their vitality, Danny.
Okay.
Everything just feels good.
Okay, beautiful. So if we could help you to get that feeling on a day-to-day basis, would that be incredible?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. So Ed, the first thing I want you to do is this. I want you to answer me this question. What community are you a part of? What support system are you a part of? Are you a part of any coaching or anything that can help undergirth what's about to happen? Because you're going to need a support system.
Yeah.
Are you a part of anything right now?
Yeah, I just joined recently MSO.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, good. So you can have some sort of a support structure there. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now, Ed, here's what we're going to do. The reason why things seem down and things seem bad is because that $50,000 debt is an enormous mountain that you feel you have to climb. And the proof is that you've had 3 years to handle it and you haven't been able to handle it so far. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay, great. By all of you, I want you to understand this. This is a battle you have to learn to fix. Because if this is a battle for Ed, or if this is a battle for you, let me tell you what's going to be even more of a battle. Whenever you get an objection at a for sale by owner, that's going to be a battle for you. Whenever you get an objection over the phone, that's going to be a big battle for you. Whenever you're sitting in front of a client and you can get a signature, that can be a battle for you. You see, everything that you do ends up showing up in other places of your life. So Ed, we've got to master this thing now, because if not, guess what happens? It's going to be showing up in other areas of your prospecting, your lead generation, everything you do. Does that sound like a fair statement?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
I agree.
So here's how you do this, guys. The way you do this, whenever you feel like you have some overwhelming thing that is in your life, is the first thing you have to do is you have to admit what I'm about to say. And I want you to write this down, Ed. What seems like a lot to me is a little to somebody else. What seems like a lot to me is a little to somebody else. So here's what I mean by that, Ed. Like, to you, this $50,000 debt is like this huge monkey on your back.
Yeah.
Right? However, there's somebody out there on planet Earth that for them, a $50,000 debt, it's not that big of a deal. They can handle it in a minute if they want to. Would you agree that statement is true?
I agree. No, I agree.
Okay, so the first thing we've got to do, guys, is we got to learn to get outside of our heads, and we've got to learn to understand, like, look, man, I'm going through this. But the reality is that there is a way out, because for someone else out there, this is not that big of a deal. You with me so far, Ed?
Yeah.
And so I want to liberate you and help you to understand that this is not as big of a deal as we're making it if we decide it to not be a big deal. Sound fair?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So can we agree right now, this is no longer going to be a big deal in our life?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, fantastic. Ed, can we also agree that I'm about to help you pay this thing off? When's your birthday?
July 30th.
Okay, Ed, we're going to pay it off by July 30th. Sound fair?
Yeah, okay.
Now, I know that's a little scary, and I know that feels unreal, but Ed, I'm telling you, you can pay it off by July 30th.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's fair.
Okay, sound great. Here's what I want you to do. Ed, if you could be honest with me, I want all of you to pay attention. What is your average commission check?
I'd say it's about 7,000.
Not in your area, bud.
Well, because we do a little bit in the Inland Empire as well.
Okay, but even here, average sales price is $300,000. You've got to be at a decent split. It's got to be $9,000 or $10,000.
Yeah. All right. So if you want to put, we'll put 9,000. Like today, I have a listing, a fixer going on at 724.
Okay, hold on, but pay attention.
Yeah.
Ed, if your life view is down, you'll be taking 1.5% and 2% commissions. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, no, this one I got a 5%. But
Okay.
I did take a couple other ones that were lower price, but no, this is a 5%.
Okay, but do you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You see how it affects everything, everybody. All right, so pay attention. So let's say, Ed, I believe $10,000 is what I believe. $10,000 is your average commission. And if it's not, it needs to be, because you live in Santa Ana, California, where the average sales price is at least $450,000, which is $12,000 on a 3% commission. After broker split and everything, you got $10,000 in your pocket. Sound fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, good. Question number 2, write this down. So first you got to figure out, what is my income per deal? What's my income per deal? That's number 1. Question number 2, Ed, and we're all a great community here. We're all friends. We're supporting each other. What does it cost you to live?
Live is about $6,500.
Okay.
$6,500.
So $6,500 a month, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, great. So if it's costing us $6,500 a month to live, I want you all to pull out your calculators. This is exactly how I do it whenever I'm afraid, whenever I'm depressed, whenever I don't feel like I could climb the mountain, whenever I'm stuck in a big rabbit hole. This is how I do it. I'm set a target, birthday, July 30th. If the birthday is July 30th, that means I have March, April, May, June, July. I've got 4 months to kick ass and take names. Ed, you haven't put this much good pressure on your life in the last 3 years, because if not, you would be out of this mess. So we're going to liberate your life. We're going to take this monkey off your back in 4 months. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. It costs $6,500 a month to live times 4. That's $26,000. Let's say that we want to go to dinner and actually enjoy life. Let's say $30,000. We've got to make $30,000 from now till July 30th in order to just survive. Sound great?
That sounds great.
Okay. You're all with me on Facebook? Let me know you're with me. YouTube, are they there? It looks like we're not dropping people, so it looks like they're engaged. So just let me know. Let me know that you're enjoying this. Yes, because I feed off that. It feels great. Okay, Angie's saying, wow. Okay, good. And by the way, a lot of people are saying, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, okay? So $30,000 is what we need. Now listen, on top of that, we're going to add the $50,000 debt. Who do you owe the debt to, and is there a way to talk them down?
Let's just say it's, obviously I know we're sharing. I know it's personal, but.
That's right. Ed, just tell me this. Just tell me this. If you were to walk up to these people and say, hey, I'll pay you $40,000 right now if you just let me out, will they do it?
I don't think they would. I don't think they would.
Guess what I think? I think they would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the whole life view thing, guys. It really, really is. It's the whole life view. Like, I just think everything is possible. Like, honestly, why the fuck not? You see what I'm saying, Ed?
Okay. That's fair. No, that's fair.
Let's just throw it out there. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least let's throw it out there. Okay? So now we're at $40,000. $40,000. Okay? So we're at $40,000 plus the 30 it costs us to live. It's $70,000. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
And at worst case scenario, it's $80,000. Okay, Ed. So that means that we need to do whatever it takes to close enough deals in April, May, June, and July. People, listen, that's 4 months to generate $80,000 worth of income. Are you with me so far?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, now, Ed, are you already feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
Can I tell you why? Because we're making a freaking plan. That's why. We're controlling the controllables, people. You can control a plan. You can control your effort. You can control what you focus on. You can't control this humongous monkey on your back called the $50,000 debt. That's a little bit difficult. And that's what starts happening to us as human beings. All we need is hope. All we need is light at the end of the tunnel. All we need is something that shows us some ray of possibility. And what you've got to learn to do, Ed, and for all of you out there, you've got to learn to focus on that ray of hope versus on the negative. Sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay, now ready? Everybody, we've got $80,000. That's what we need, and we've got 4 months to generate it, and on average, it's $10,000. And Ed, I don't give a damn what crazy-ass story you've created in your head. Your average commission check should be $10,000. If not, you're undercutting yourself. Sound fair?
Yeah, I agree.
That means if you take $10,000 and divide it into $80,000, wherever you're watching me right now, I can tell YouTube is with me. Thank you, YouTube. Wherever you're watching me right now, I want you to do the math real fast, and I want you to tell me how many deals do we have to come up with to liberate Ed? Listen, for the rest of his life, this fucking monkey that's been on his back for 3 years that hasn't let him love his wife the right way, love his children the right way, because you're carrying this big, enormous thing. It's gone forever. How many deals do we need? Who can tell me? Ed, you don't say a word. You tell me. How many deals? It's 8 deals, people. It's 8 deals. That's it. Now, watch what I did, guys. I took this huge monkey that's been on my back for 3 years, this impossible thing that's been hurting my soul, that's been, and this is why I lose my voice, I get all passionate, that's been hurting my mind, that's been really just like, I mean, you can't love your wife the right way. You can't focus on your kids the right way. You can't be the man that God has intended you to become when you have this on your back. All we have to do, however, is learn how to think a little bit differently. And when you boil it down to 8 deals, that's 8 deals. And we've got 4 months to do it now. 4 months to do it, everybody. You do the math and type it in YouTube or Facebook. How many deals is that a month? Ed, don't say anything, please. Don't say anything. Okay, good. I'm loving YouTube. YouTube is really cool, by the way. How many deals is that a month? How many deals do we have to come up with? I see you guys on YouTube. Come on, Chucky. Come on, Morel. Come on, Valley. Maria. What do you guys think? On Facebook. Yeah, Shane, you live in the Bay Area where your average deal is $1 million. Shane needs to close 1 deal. How many deals is that a month? Guys, that's 2 deals a month, Ed. 2 deals a month. Ed, let me ask you a question. A legitimate, honest to God question. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Have you ever closed 2 deals a month before in your life? Yes or no?
Yeah, I have.
Have you ever done more than that? Have you ever done 3 in a month?
Yeah.
Have you ever done 4 in a month?
I think the most I've probably done, Danny, maybe was like 5 in a month.
5 in a month. So, Ed, is this possible or is this asking too much?
No, it's possible, Danny.
Ed, here's the more important question. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to give it all your heart and soul from now to your birthday to not, listen, it ain't about the debt, people. It's not the debt. The debt is a representation of life. It's about the way we view life. It's about the way that we see obstacles. Ed, like, I love you, buddy, but this has to happen because if you can liberate yourself from this, you can liberate yourself from anything else that happens in life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, Danny.
So I need all of your focus, all of your heart and soul, all of your commitment, everything. I need it to all go into what I'm about to share with you. Sound fair?
Yeah.
Ed, I've got a question for you. You tell me, you be a coach right now. What would you have to do if your life depended on it to close 2 deals a month? What would you have to do? Lauren, did we share this on my personal?
I'm just going to have to
share it in
get out of my comfort zone.
No, bullshit. Ed, that's a bullshit answer. No. See, here's what happens. Bullshit answers lead to bullshit lives. No, Ed, I need specifics.
Okay.
Get out of your comfort zone. Anybody can say that. That's like somebody saying, what kind of a year do you want to have? Oh, I want to make money. That's bullshit. We're all going to make money. Give me specifics. What would you have to do in order to guarantee that you close 2 deals a month? What would you have to do?
I'm going to have to prospect.
You're going to have to prospect.
3 hours a day.
3 hours a day. You know what? I'm going to say this, Ed. Because of your life view and because of what you're going through right now, I'm going to say that your prospecting probably isn't that efficient. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. No, I agree.
So how about this? How about I liberate you? How about you do not prospect a single hour? Listen, for all of you out there, don't listen to what I'm saying. This is for Ed. I'm coaching Ed. How about you prospect? You do not prospect a single hour. A single hour for the next 30 days. 30 days. I need 1 month. Can you commit that to me?
Yeah, but okay. What am I going to do?
I'll fix it for you. Here's what I need you to do, Ed. For you and only you, I need you to host 3 open houses a week.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Now listen, and this is where our coaching is different. Because I believe in human beings and I believe that we are all different. And sometimes, guys, you just need a little bit of proof. You need a little bit of energy. Ed, you're a great human being. You love people, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Right? And you're willing to help them, right?
Oh, yeah.
And if you could just meet some people, you'll help them out, right?
Yeah, I will.
So I want you to commit to 3 open houses a week for the next 30 days. That's 12 open houses. Write that down, Ed, because you're going to do it. 12 open houses. And every open house you host, that should mean 10 people are coming to your open houses. Ed, I want you to put up 30 for sale signs or open house signs for every open house. You got me?
Okay.
Okay? And I know what your brain thought. Your brain thought, oh my God, I don't have any. Figure it out and get it done.
Yeah, no, I got it. I got 24. I have 6. I'll get 6 more.
Go get 6 more. And I want you to commit and I want you to free yourself because I know what it's like when we're not feeling good. We don't want to pick up the phones. That's fine. Know yourself. Who said that? Hippocrates said that. Know yourself. One of my greatest strengths, I know myself. And if I'm not at peak state, guess what? I make adjustments. For 30 days, I want you to host 12 open houses, Ed. And during those 12 open houses, you're going to speak to 10 people, open house. That's 120 people. Ed, what do you think is going to happen if you speak face-to-face, you, the jolly old giant with a nice warm heart, great smile on your face? What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get some great buyers.
I think you'll open 4 to 5 deals easily. Easily. And then in the second set of 30 days, and that's what we need right now. We need to build momentum, a lot of momentum now. Because momentum breeds belief. Momentum breeds belief. Momentum breeds belief. So sometimes if you're not in momentum, you got to change course and go out there and go get into momentum. Sound fair?
Yeah.
After 30 days, here's what I want you to do. Here's what you're going to do the next 30 days. You ready?
I'm ready.
Drop it from 3 a week to 2 a week. So now instead of doing 12 open houses, I want you to do 8 in the second month. But guess what else you're going to do, Ed?
What else?
You're going to increase your hours prospected to 1 a day. See what we're doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have belief. Now that 1 hour is going to fly by. It's going to feel great. You've opened a couple of escrows. You met with a couple of people. Things are going good. Here's what you're going to do in the third 30 days. You're going to cut it back down to 1 open house a week. And now you're going to increase to 2 hours of prospecting a day. And by the way, take Fridays off. Enjoy it with your family. But prospect 2 hours a day, Monday through Thursday. Sound fair?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
And then in the final 30 days, your final stretch, the final stretch where you can declare once and for all that you did it, my friend, that you fought through this, that you broke through this, that you went ahead and battled this big monkey and you destroyed it. Do you know what that's going to do to your life view?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
That's going to make it go up. It's going to make you think you're unstoppable. Like literally, Ed, that's my secret. I think I'm unstoppable. Even when it goes bad. I think well, doesn't matter if it's going bad right now. I'm going to find a way to figure it out. And I'm just teaching you how to do this. Sound fair, Ed?
All right. So then the 4th week, what am I doing?
In the fourth set.
Excuse me, the 4th month. The 4th month.
Yeah. 1 open house. So I don't ever want you to stop doing open houses, Ed. You're too good. You're too nice. You got too good of a presence. I honestly believe you should be doing 1 open house a week and 2 to 3 hours of prospecting a day. That's what I think you should be doing.
Okay. Okay.
All right?
All right.
And then guess what you're going to do in July, by the way?
I'm going to go to your event.
You're going to go to freaking Relentless because I've been having all these events and you don't come to any of them. And there's a reason you don't come to.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I got extra motivation because this morning, when I saw your post on Facebook, I have my 10-year-old. He's a baseball player.
And he wants to come meet A-Rod.
He saw, he knows A-Rod. I told Adrian, Adrian, A-Rod is the Hispanic with the most home runs in the history of baseball.
Yeah.
And he goes, Dad, he says, you got to get me there. You got to get me there. I don't know. And in my mind, I started thinking, Danny, how am I going to pay? I go, I know what this means. It's going to be $2,000. I got to tell Danny, I got to pay a private ticket to pay for Adrian so he can meet A-Rod.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ed, here's what I'm willing to do for you. If you step out in faith and you get your platinum VIP ticket, your son is in for free on me, okay?
Okay.
Sound fair?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
What did you learn from this? What did you learn?
I learned to make the plan easy, simple. What you said right now, know yourself.
Right.
Know your strength.
Right.
And obviously hang out with you.
Yeah, you need it. You're right here and you don't hang out, man. I've been trying to reach out for you forever, but look, guys, I try to recruit Ed. This is off subject. I try to recruit Ed to join our company. This was 4 years ago. Trust me, Ed, you wouldn't be going through this shit right now if you would have taken that decision. And I'm not saying come now because we don't have an office near you. But what I am saying is just be a part of this community, my man. It's like we do so much free stuff on social media. Like just start plugging in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sound good, buddy?
I get it.
All right, my man.
Sounds great, Dan.
You have a great day and make it happen. And once a week, check in with me. Post it in Empire Builders because I know everybody's going to be rooting for you. And let's hold each other accountable. Let's make this happen. Okay, buddy?
All right. Thank you.
Take care, man.
Danny.
You got it, man. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
I could do that all day long, by the way. I could do that all day. You learned something, huh? What did you learn?
I got some good stuff out of it.
You did, because you do that, don't you?
I want to talk to you later.
Of course you want to talk to me. Yes. I'm going to charge you for that coaching session. Right? What did you learn? You learned something. What did you learn?
Believe in myself.
Yeah, you have to, guys. We all have a choice. You could look at things in the positive way or in the negative way. It's very simple, you know? And I know it's tough, and I know it's difficult to do. Lauren, I don't know if my voice can handle the second one. Is the church guy? Okay, if it's the church guy, let's do it. We got one more caller. Guys, I'm here for you guys. DannyMorel.com/ask. Get your questions ready. And for all of you on YouTube and Facebook, do me one favor. What did you learn from that? He didn't answer? Okay, church guy, what was his name? Jacob, I love you, buddy. I want to help you. My voice has just been having issues. I get too passionate.
Boise, Idaho.
But for next week, from Boise, Idaho. For all of you on YouTube and on Facebook, what did you learn? Here's what I want to know that from you. What did you learn? And for those of you guys that are watching me on the podcast, that was a powerful session. That was an extremely powerful session. Whenever you're not believing in yourself, or whenever you're doubting, or whenever you're fearing, or whenever you have an unsurmountable mountain that you feel like you can't tackle, go back and listen to that podcast. We're going to be posting it on our YouTube channel. We're going to be posting it in the podcast. We're going to be posting it everywhere. But I hope that you could just take step by step what happened with Ed right there. I hope that you guys can all reach out and support him and encourage him, right? And at the same time, I hope that you can see that those same steps are applicable to your life as well. So that's it for this week's edition of the Danny Morel Show. I'm going to cut the podcast now. I'm going to stay on live and answer, maybe just to chat little bit with some of our followers on YouTube and on Facebook. But we will see you next week, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, hopefully with a bunch of monitors and a new desk on the Danny Morel Show. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, don't cut the live stream. Just know that for the podcast, that was it. And I'll go here to YouTube. So I'm going to start on YouTube first, and then I'll go to Facebook. Facebook, any just quick comments. I want to know, what did you learn? Valley, I'm calculating my own major payoff. Yeah, Valley, do it the same way. Absolutely. Chucky says, I had to rewind my live show. No problem. That was incredible, Danny. Mariel. See, Mariel's one of our great clients from Canada. She's in our program called Leverage. But Mariel, me and you have had several conversations like that, you know, so I'm happy to help, very happy to help. Valley says, I learned how to pay off a plan to pay off debt that is weighing on me. It's a 3-month goal. Yeah, that's another thing, guys. Whatever you think is such a big deal. Look, that's how I built my house. And I've told you guys the story before. When you have that kind of mindset, you look for the solution to everything, not the problem or the obstacle. When you have that kind of mindset, I walked up to a guy. I didn't have the money, But there was a piece of land that I wanted. He wanted $220,000 for it, and all I had was 40 grand on me. And I said, listen, I'll tell you what, I'll give you 40 grand, and I promise to pay off the additional 180,000 within a year. And if I don't, you can keep my 40 grand and keep all the money that I pay you and keep the land. That takes guts, people. Here's what I believe. I believe that you have the same God-given ability. You have the same faith. You have the same guts. You're just too focused on the wrong things. And that's what I'm telling you. That's how we started the show. If you could just focus on what we said at the very beginning, which was control the controllables, pretty soon you start building a belief about yourself, an unstoppable belief. It doesn't happen overnight. And that's why you got to read books and you got to attend this stuff and you got to come to events like Relentless, because it just keeps building and building and building that story within you. And pretty soon you don't even recognize yourself anymore. The things that used to hold you back are now nothing to you, nothing to you. YouTube, Mario, I learned that if I make something in a mountain, it will show up in many other areas of my life. Yep, absolutely, it will. All right, let's go to Facebook now. Facebook. Glenn says, possibility is out there. Angie says, I learned to break it down into chunks. Very, very doable this way. Absolutely. By the way, some of you that are coming to Relentless, I'm going to show you how to break down objections that way. Some of you are getting stopped at the signing table or on the phone where you could be generating appointments, and you're losing money because your prospects are saying something and you're like, I don't know how to handle it. You're going to learn how to handle it at Relentless. Trust me. It's going to be life-changing for you guys. Danny, you the man. I follow what you said. Just sold the last guy. Thank you. Yeah, got it, Raul. Thank you. Anybody else out there? I'm not able to see too much. I think that is it. Chucky writes on YouTube, I'm seeing the plan you gave Ed. Holy shit, that shit's incredible. It's so simple, but damn. Yeah, man, it's simple. You just got to learn to train your brain to look at possibility. Right, guys? Hey, listen, I would be honored if you found any value from today. I would be honored if you could, number one, share the show. Share the YouTube link, share the Facebook link, or if you want to wait till it's all polished up and it comes out on the podcast, you could share that. But I have a deep passion for this, guys. I could literally do that all day long as my voice holds up. But I believe that somewhere out there are more people that are struggling with things like this wonderful human being who was struggling with something for 3 years that we got fixed in a matter of 4 months. And I declare and I believe that he's going to make it happen. So if you guys could share the show, share our Instagram, share what we do, that's all I ask in return. And if you really want to take your life to the next level, guys, relentlessevent.com. It's going to be an incredible 3 days. I'm going to spit fire. I'm going to bring you everything that you need to know to improve your sales, your revenues, your income, your possibility. I believe that if you're not earning six figures, you should be and you can. I believe that if you show up to Relentless, you will learn step by step what to do to get there. And I also believe that if you've been stuck in six figures and you want to learn to get to seven figures, we're going to show you a way to do that. All right, guys? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you sharing it with all your family and friends. And we'll see you next Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't forget, DannyMorel.com/ask, and I'll do that with you. Take care. Bye-bye.